It's saying we're live. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a few moments for you lovely people to join in and just make sure that this is actually going live. That was a bit of a stress and kind of sucks, man, because I put so much effort, time, and work into making a ton of clips and trying to get to grips with the system OBS Studios that, yeah. Dude, I need some coffee after that one. So we've got somebody viewing, guys, girls. Yeah, that I think it's appropriate that I've called this take two because yes, few technical difficulties to say the least with the Friday Night Live, but they were expected. There's going to be teething problems. I hope it sounds good. And I hope the picture's a little bit better because all sweet sound and camera. Dude, you're a legend. Spot on. Chill. Sorry to mess you about, dude. I don't know if you guys could actually hear you were saying that you could hear the audio in that last live. So yeah, if you did and you heard like an intro music and vibes, you would have kind of known where I was heading with tonight's episode. Now I've got to completely wing it and it's going to be very much out of sync to most things. But yeah, the day has been pretty epic. I spent a lot of time putting in like work into the background of this live. And unfortunately, it kind of come around and bit me in the ass. There is stuff to be seen in the coming weeks. Let's just say that I need to get to grips with it. But without further ado, let's get on with the show. It is Friday night. I hope you guys and girls are well. I hope the week's treated you well. And I hope you are sat at home with whatever beverage or smoke it might be, and that you are just tuned in and chilled out. That is the main thing with these Friday night lives. So I was going to have a little 15-minute segment before we hit the hour mark, but we got 5 minutes to go. So I'm going to do the news early. And unfortunately, I won't have a cool little title intro to fire in there. But nevertheless, this week's news for worldwide news. Most of the globe has been witnessing extreme temperatures of all sorts. However, if you happen to live in the lovely UK, for once in your life, you may not be grumbling for the fact that everybody else is going through rapture right now. And we are having a typical British summertime, which includes cloud and some pretty much random rain showers in between. Apart from that, I haven't really paid much attention to the news this week. I have also managed not to be on social media, and that is big news. I've managed to go over a week now without really signing into any Twitters, Facebook, or Instagrams. The one thing I will say is that it's kind of a partial lie. I did actually check in on Instagram for the first time yesterday, just because I put a message out and I was expecting replies. And guess what? If only I'd had the sound effect for the big I would have said I had no messages when I went back on there. So never mind. I haven't missed out on anything. But apart from a few little things, news-wise, I did have post-it notes ready if it all fell apart. And basically, they are saying, one of the big news stories actually that I did see was that in 200 million years, there is going to be a supercontinent form in the Pacific. However, I'm not too sure that any of us will be around to see it. So, yeah, never mind. It's all been a bit thrown out, hasn't it? Because of the catchy little jingles that we're missing out on it. It was going to be epic. We have video. Necrobeam, legend for tuning in. I like the sticker on the coffee pot. Talk about product placement, right? It's unpaid for product placements as well. I was going to line up a unofficial sponsor or an unofficial sponsor for this evening, but I haven't. But if you are watching this and you do want to segue into this little episode of madness, then yeah, I wanted to say send your answers on a PO, but a self-addressed envelope to a PO box number. But guess what? Yet again, another failure. We looked into getting a PO box for these lives sorted out. However, I know I'm going to sound like a complete tight ass, but they want to charge me something stupid like £37 a month to have a PO box in the UK. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am not going to open a PO box. But the thoughts going forward are, would you guys and girls like a Q&A section? It might not be an every week thing, but I was thinking maybe like once a month, if this continues that long, that we might do. I'll be your PO box legend. That I might do at least once a month a Q&A session, and we might even try to rope Andrea in on it to be the question asker. But I was thinking, what's going to be easiest for you guys to get your questions to me? I did contemplate, should I open up a Twitter page for Grom TV so you guys can communicate via the webs? However, I think you're probably best off just sticking them in the comments below, and I'll go back through in a week's time and I'll just check in, see if anybody's left any comments and questions, and I will answer them on next week's show. There are some crazy thoughts in the pipeline, as in the fact that I'm going to try to keep this broadcasting setup quite mobile, because I want to be able to take this not too far afield, but if I can do some lives from remote destinations, that might just change the vibe up a little bit. Let me get into the comments real quick. So I will try my best to keep with the comment section and read some of them out as we go. And if I don't, I apologize. If I miss them, send anything, as he has to open it without looking at it for a bit. Ha ha ha. He's back. Oh, yeah. Dude. Right. So, guys and girls, the one, the only Mr. Suspense MC is in the comments. And, dude, you're a pretty epic one to get in the comments right now, because what I will say is, going forward, we've talked about it before. I do want to get guests on the show. I will be 100% honest with you guys and girls. After tonight's complete sort of train wreck start on that previous broadcast, I'm going to have to do a little bit more homework before I sort of feel confident enough to want to pull guests in. I've got a load of jingles and a load of intros and a load of sort of real hammed up Friday night TV cuts that we can use. However, as previously seen, I've not quite hit the nail on the head with the software yet. Dude, it's really nice to see the comment section blowing up, and I hope you guys sort of talk amongst yourselves as well. It's epic to see 7 people on the live. I know for some people that won't mean a lot because they probably get hundreds of millions. But you know what, dude? Anybody other than me in this live right now, just talking to myself, I'm taking that as a goddamn win. So the other thing that I would say, and I hate saying it because it's very YouTubery, and I plan not to be YouTubery at all, and that is the fact that if you would possibly, if you please, smash the like buttons, get in the comments on the actual video as well as in the live chat, hype it up. Maybe, just maybe, YouTube's algorithm might see it as some sort of vibe or goodness, and yeah, push the train wreck to the top of the analytics stream, you know, that kind of vibe. Guys, you're legends. So yes, going back to what I was saying, going forward, I'd really like to have some guests on. So if any of you guys and girls want to be in front of a camera, and there are some, most definitely, there's some individuals that I would very much like to interview on a comedy kind of fun level. Don't worry, it's not going to get deep. There may be the odd people that want to like go deep on conversations, but there's a few people. Suspense is what sparked this thought off, because dude, he's like, you were a legend, and this is somebody that's followed the vlog for a very, very long time, and a lot of the music that I shared in the beginning and still tend to use in the vlog is from that man. So I would appreciate getting somebody like that on the show, along with a few other guests from a music background, because I know that your interests cross many, many pathways, and I reckon it'd just be crazy. And obviously, to anybody else that would be willing to even want to step onto the show, let me know and we will figure something out. So far, I believe my best avenue is to do it via Skype. Again, I've got to do a lot of homework before I can get really confident and almost on the level of cocky, if that's even possible. I know that, again, the one, the only, the Mr. Corn Life Network is in the comments, and that is a legend as well. And I don't know if I want to give the game away, but let's just say there is news coming soon from the Corn Life Network. There'll be good things are coming. I just know it. So trying to get back onto some sort of possible outlet or segue. I think that's the right word. It's not. I know it's not. That's some stupid little thing that you ride along on. But trying to get back to a little bit of that Friday night vibe. It is Aloha Friday. It is Hawaiian shirt. As you will see, I've donned a little bit of a brighter one this week, just because last week it was a wee bit dark and it didn't really look like I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. There is also a few little things that are going to come up in the next couple of weeks that you guys might actually want to tune in for, because there will be some crazy, maybe even, I hate to say it just yet, giveaways, because we might do something just really mad and give away completely silly stuff. And more so, it'll just be a great way of interacting with you guys a little bit more than just me talking to the camera. And it gives back something to you guys as well, because I truly appreciate anyone taking the time out of their Friday night to tune into a live stream. For me, is above all words, and I can't express just how much it means when I get so much good feedback. And there was so much good feedback from the last episode, last Friday nights, and that alone blows my head, because a few people were talking along the lines of, this is very much up your street and you seem like a natural and it feels like it's the start of something new. And that it is. I was only saying to somebody today that in actual fact, this is possibly the most excited I've been on a said level when it comes to videoing or vlogging or being creative since I've done the documentary, and previous to that, starting the actual vlog itself. I was really excited to get home from work this afternoon and absolutely just crash on with trying to figure out this OBS Studio. And we got it down. However, linking that or getting that streaming straight to YouTube, I'd done it earlier. I'd done a private and it worked, and there was sound and video. And even earlier when I went live, the program itself was showing it, but obviously it wasn't streaming live out to you guys on YouTube. So that sucks. But nevertheless, we're still going. It was a bit of a train wreck, but I think we pulled it back on track. So the chats are completely blowing up, and no train wreck, just bumps, dude. Massive wobbles, I would like to say, because yeah, very much so. Technical issues, man. It's the Grom. It's me on a Friday night trying to figure out tech. It's never going to happen. Whenever you're ready. Suspense, you're an absolute gem. And yeah, dude, once I've figured this madness out, you've definitely got to get on here, man, because that'll be some real live Friday night adventures for the viewers. No dude, there's going to be so many tonight. There was in the system before it even got off the ground. Do you know what I need? More coffee. Unofficial, unofficial sponsors. Don't do drugs, kid. Just drink plenty of coffee. So, how has the week been to you, lovely people? I hope it's treated you well. I hope wherever it is in this beautiful little planet that we call Earth, I hope it's not been too hot for you, too stressful, and it's not got you losing your anger or your temper. And let's hope that the weekend ahead brings us all very much good vibes and plenty of relax for the people that I know that have been working hard. I know there are some individuals that will be watching now that are continuing to work through the weekend, and I give you the Friday night salute, because you guys are crazy. And no, the Grom does not work weekends unless it's things like this that you're watching now. I'm going to call it an early one tonight, because I'm going to go off, I'm going to smash my head against the wall, and I'm going to try to break down this OBS system in the background so that next week we can come with a full schedule, half an hour, 10:45, with news and a few other quirky little things that I want to introduce. I want to say thank you very much to everybody tuning in. I apologize for the kind of madness that the show previous started with. And again, for not kind of being on full bore this evening. After that, it was a little bit, as like the Cockney Buddha said, a wee wobble. And don't you worry, we are not coming off the rails. We're just going to regroup, detach, assess, and then execute. So on that note, guys and girls, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you again next Friday, and tune in. It's either going to be absolutely epic or it's going to be another train wreck. But who knows? You'll have to tune in and find out. Have an awesome weekend.